Hello everyone, BMU Cass here. I just wanted to quickly make a video on how to get into Riftbound Online. This is totally free, it's browser based, so it can be played on almost any device. Obviously recommend PC or laptop. And also I just wanted to discuss how to get into the competitive side, rank ladder, tournaments, and potentially winning packs for that as well. So without further ado, we're going to jump into TCG Arena, and I'm going to show you the basics as well as that competitive side. Hope you enjoy. So first things first, you want to go to tcg-arena.fr. When you get here, you'll need to sign in, generally make an account on the website. You can see I'm signed in here as BMU. Next thing you want to do is go to games and find Riftbound. It's somewhere around here because obviously I've got it selected so it won't show up, so it's here for me. But also you can play a whole host of other games on here. You've got Gundam, you've got Pokemon, you've got Magic, etc, etc. But obviously we're interested in Riftbound. Don't worry about this displaying, it shouldn't matter at all. So once you've got Riftbound open, you use the drop down here to select Riftbound. And the first thing you're going to want to do is look at building a deck. So if you go to decks, you can see that I've got basically all the decks I like to play here in here. But if you want to do a new one, it's as simple as clicking create deck, choose both options, give your deck a name. So for example, let's go for the new Annie that I want to build. Create deck, and then you're brought to their deck builder. Now, their deck builder isn't bad. It allows you to search for cards specific to what you want to look at and what you want to do. But most of the time, what you're going to want to do is go over to Piltover Archive, find a deck that you want to play using decks, deck library, or of course, using their own deck builder software from there as well. So find a legend you want to play. So for example, the Rune and Rift Open 7 winner severe mid-range deck. And it's simple as clicking export, export as text, copy to clipboard, go back to TCG Arena, import, paste, import and add, and that'll do absolutely everything for you. So you can see that they've imported the legend, they've imported your chosen champion. If this slot is blank, so for example, if that doesn't exist, we can select a champion. Let's just use, for example, Ezreal. Move to chosen champion, and it will move it to your chosen champion slot. So when you start the game, it won't matter in terms of having to find that champion. So you'll see that in a second. So once we're happy with everything, click save. Obviously, this is an illegal deck because Ez and Civ, but it's just for the sake of this demo. Once we're done with our deck, simple as clicking play. And now this is where it gets a little bit weird. So the best thing you can do right now is find yourself a Discord. I'm going to talk about a Discord in a little bit and just sort of display what's going on there. But for now, you can click find a random opponent. This will queue you up with a completely random opponent. There's no voice comms or anything like that, so you need to communicate through the chat box. But while you're learning, what I recommend doing is start a new game. Classic format, random player, doesn't matter. Find the deck you want to play with, press continue. That will display your deck here as well as your sideboard. Click continue yet again, and that will bring you into the game. So once we're into the game, what we can do is we can, first of all, so we want to remove the battlefield. So generally you want to right click, remove, right click, remove. That leaves one here, and then go visible by all, and then that will display everything that's going on there. Next thing we're looking to do after we've done this is we go to roll the dice and we decide who goes first. So I rolled a 17, and it will show your opponent rolling whatever it might be as well. And then last thing we want to do is once we've decided first or second, we want to go mulligan, and we can mulligan up to 2 cards. So say I don't want Fizz in my hand, put selected cards to the bottom and start. Draw 1, so I get 4, and then we have to do our first turn manually, generally. So we'll channel 2 runes, we'll draw 1 card, we'll play whatever we have to play, and then we go end your turn up here, or you can press space. That will then pass it over to the opponent's turn. That will automatically channel their runes, automatically draw a card. The only thing it doesn't automatically do is the pre-draw step thing. So like Grove of the Godwillow, etc. You'd have to draw manually. Or you can pause before drawing on your next turn, and that will basically stop the draw from happening automatically on your turn. There are a few little niceties up here. So, for example, disable auto tap and draw. So, again, just using those pre-battlefield effects. You've got buff markers and temporary markers, deflect markers, and stun markers here. So, you just click. You can add that to any card on the field. And then you've got things like card links. So, for example, if I'm saying, oh, this card has an effect at this battlefield, you can click the little icon in the top left and it will draw lines there. And if you want to remove them, it's just absolutely there. Next thing, you've got create tokens and cards. So, generally, you would have your tokens that you use regularly here. So, for example, gold gear tokens, so we can create loads of them and then we can drag them into our base like so. If you want a card to go to the trash, it's as simple as dragging it. If you want a card removed, it's as simple as right-click, remove. Hiding cards, again, is really, really simple. Right-click, visible by all, no one face down, and then drag it onto the field, and then it's hidden from everyone, including your opponent. You can hover over it to see what it is, your opponent can't. So that's the basics of TCG Arena. What I want to go over now is just the etiquette when you start a game. So this is something that not a lot of people are aware of, and it's kind of frustrating if you're looking to play like just random opponents. So when we first go to like get a game, so we go play, say we've connected with our opponent. Generally, what I'll do is go like set like hello, like set 1 or 2. They will say set 1 or 2. I'm not bothered. You can also just say like I just want to play set 1. If they go oh I don't want to play set 1, fine, let's not play set 1. Once obviously that's been decided, I would generally say something like best of 3. And they might go yes or no, and we go yeah, fine. Then we know what we're doing. So if you do this at the start of every game, there's no confusion. There's nothing worse than loading a deck and going, oh yeah, I really want to play my new deck, and I'm gonna play this one, and it's gonna be really cool. And then you load it up, and they see set 2 cards, and they're like, oh, I only want to play set 1. Bye. It's just a little bit frustrating. So it's good to have that little bit of etiquette and everything like that. Last thing I want to show you guys is ranked online tournaments and potentially getting yourself some prizes. So we're going to discuss that next. So last thing I wanted to discuss is jumping over to Discord. Now these guys are probably the best that I've found anyway, and now I'm a little bit biased. I do cast their tournaments for them, but this is a Runes and Riftbound Discord. I'll be dropping a link in the description below so you can join that. So essentially, if you want to start getting to rank and competitive, I would highly recommend Runes and Rift. Or if you just want to learn the game and avoid that competitive aspect, that's also an option on this Discord as well. So why does it make it so special? Well, first of all, they're running a ranked ladder where they're awarding packs for the first 3 spots or cash if you're from the EU, like myself. But if you're from the US, you could potentially win yourself 12 packs by getting on the top of that ranked leaderboard. So all you need to do is join the Discord and look for the how to play ranked Discord channel, and that'll explain all the rules, how to join the queue, the rank chat, etc., etc. This will explain it better than I ever could, so take a look at this. So if you want to join the ranked, if you're looking to join online tournaments, they run a weekly. So all you need to do is come over to the announcements channel, look for the sign-ups channel, and again, this will explain everything better than I possibly could. And then lastly, if you're just looking for casual games or you're just looking to learn, they do have several channels for looking for game for set 1, several channels for looking for game for set 2. And again, most of the time there's pings here. So TCGA means TCG Arena, which we're looking for. They also do run tabletop simulator games as well if you want to learn on that. But I'd highly recommend just coming in here, typing, hey, I'm looking for a game, I'm new, can we go in voice chat? Someone will go yes, and then join a voice chat, have a chat, learn the game, learn the process and everything if you're not looking for those competitive things straight away. I would always recommend learning the game through Discord and voice with someone who also wants to learn or someone who's more experienced so you can get used to those rules before you queue up on the random matchmaking. I queue up on the random matchmaking all the time, very, very rarely have problems if I follow the steps that I've done today in this video. But yeah, hope that helped. Please join the Runes and Rift Discord. They are doing some serious work. Check out their videos on YouTube and Twitch as well. And other than that, if you have enjoyed the content or if you'd like to add anything in the comments, please let me know. But yeah, like, subscribe, share. Hope this helps some people, and see you on the tables. Bye bye.